What is going on, guys? So today we're going to be building a base live on video, and I'm going to try and build an island style base. So if you don't know what that is, it's just your classic 4 islands with like a channel down the middle kind of thing. I've never tried building one of these before, so we'll see how it goes. So first off, as usual, I'm going to start with the town hall compartment here, and I'm just using buildings around these other buildings around the town hall here, just to kind of set up like the compartment that I'm looking for. And let's see, not sure what I want to do here with this yet. I think I'm going to go for kind of the Inferno behind the town hall vibe. But I want to do more of a like square compartment this time. Since I'm making an island base. So I'm gonna adjust this in a minute, but first I'm setting up this. So first of all, this needs to be further back. I gotta have that extra gap here. Basically, I'm putting the single Inferno behind the town hall because right now that is what is super strong in the meta. In fact, it's so strong, it's kind of ridiculous. Let me move this row. Let me move this row out. Get my other walls in here. So, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to make it so that, first of all, I don't want this town hall reachable. So right here it's going to be reachable, but I can change that just by a simple little, wall or two. We could just do something like that. And so I'm trying to set up my town hall compartment so that if and when someone tries to take out the town hall, they're going to have to fight this single Inferno afterwards, and this is going to make their job a lot more difficult. So I'm going to do, my favorite town hall compartment is basically to put the and you guys have seen me do this before, but I love putting the CC right behind the Inferno compartment. And I don't know, I guess what I love about this is that like it pretty much guarantees that the attacker's not going to be able to make it through just by taking out your town hall. Like, you won't be able to get all that value that easily. And really what I'm looking for here is that the CC and the Inferno basically overlap the town hall there at kind of the same position. And then notice my CC doesn't stick too far outside the edge of the base, so you can't pull the CC too easily with a couple archers or whatever. You actually have to plan something out. Of course, there's always going to be ways to pull the CC, so this, And then you don't want, since I'm planning to put a channel here, you don't want this Inferno Tower to be reachable from the channel. That would just be not good. So I think that's the basic setup that I want to do for my middle compartment there. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of do a This looks interesting. So I'm definitely interested in where my brain is going right now. Sometimes like base building is just one of those things where you have to kind of go with the flow and see how it shows up, you know. I'm gonna do a nice big scatter compartment here. Not too big, because I do want the, I kind of want the trash buildings to be decent over there, in case I decide to put my Tesla farm over there, or whatever I decide to do with that. So I need to put my eagle in here, and again, kind of what I prefer in this situation is that my eagle isn't reachable from the inside of the from the inside of that channel, or from the outside. Obviously, you really never want to give your eagle away that easily. But I'm gonna put my king here, and then the nice thing about these channel style bases is that you can kind of put your like your expos and stuff in the middle of the channels sometimes, and this kind of creates like a really nice spot where it's kind of difficult for the queen to take them out quickly, but they can reach multiple areas and protect a lot of things, which is super helpful. So in this case, well, I'm going to continue trying to make this other compartment up here, and I'm definitely going to adjust these compartments a little bit as I go. I'm not 100% a fan of all of it right now. So I think I'm going to put an Inferno Tower in this compartment, okay? And I'm just kind of getting the basics placed right now, and then I'm going to adjust it more and then kind of come back to you guys, because I don't want you to have to watch the whole thing if you're not wanting to. So yeah. So yeah, that's a nice size scatter compartment. And really what you want to do is you want to place these walls in a way that you kind of in a way that you have extra you want to place them in a way that you like have extra at the end, and then you can kind of decide what you want to do with that later. So what I might do is I might put a channel here or something, not sure yet. So we're gonna decide that as I go, but what I want to do is I want to put like a scatter up here. But really what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in nice and close, and then I'm going to make one of these channels. And here's a quick tip for you guys. So if diagonally for defenses, if it's 3 tiles away diagonally, then your defense is not reachable. That's just a quick little tip that I can give you. So 3 tiles away, and then that means that they won't be able to reach your defense from that side. So I am still not the biggest fan of, I think what I want to do is something more like this, something a little different. We're gonna do That's funky. That's cool. I like that. So we're going to make this scatter compartment nice and big. But while also kind of keeping the extra spaces there, so that the important part here is that this Inferno Tower is not reachable too easily. The only thing I could see happening here is that maybe somebody tries to double wall break into here, and that could work successfully, but I can easily fix that by maybe I'll put like so one way I can fix that is if I put right here, and I think this is probably a good idea, an archer tower like this, and I put the walls on the corner like this, and then I leave this section open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, perfect. So if you didn't know, the trick is that if you got like a straight line of walls and there's 14 walls, then, or if there are more than 14 walls, then a wall breaker will hit the walls. But if there are less than 14 walls and you have open walls, then the wall breaker will go around the walls. So that's just like a little tip I can give you. So in this case, by opening this corner and putting this archer tower here, that's going to make the attacker, if they try to wall break this, they're going to have to wall break this section twice. So that's just going to be a pain in their butt. So it's going to make it harder to get in here. That's the basic idea of that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the rest of these defenses here, kind of adjust things a little bit, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit in the video, and then we're going to talk about it when I get closer to the end.
Soundstripe.
Alright guys, so we basically have the bulk of the base done. We got the trash laid for the most part. There's some small things that I want to adjust. But other than that, most of the trash buildings are finished, which is great. It did kind of take me a little while to get this far, but you know, that's normal, of course. But yeah, so I'm gonna start laying the traps, and I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about like my trap choices and why I place the traps the way I do. So first of all, I got this Tesla farm up here at 12 o'clock in the scatter section. The reason for that is because if I can surprise the attacker when they think it's going to be like an easy compartment to get into, and maybe jump to this multi-inferno and get this multi-inferno, then that could be really strong way to stop their attack nice and early. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm going to put a couple black mines in here as well, just to stop kind of any healers or anything. I'm not sure yet about the placement of the infernos. I might move those around. What I do know is that I like the idea of the base, and I can definitely work with this, which is basically just what you want, because I hardly ever actually keep a base the way it was when I first like set it up. So don't be discouraged when you start up a base design and it just like it feels horrible to you and you think it looks horrible and you know you're having a rough time with it, because it's totally normal. So don't feel discouraged about that. But yeah, so I'm gonna put like some red air mines on these two multi-infernos. That is basically to defend just like the dragons and the loons mainly. If you clump them up in a couple spaces, it'll help defend Lalo. So I'm gonna put some core black mines, and then I'm gonna make sure that my black mines are kind of in the center too, because lately the like blimping from all the way on the other side of the base has been like a pretty standard tactic, and it's really hard to defend, and it actually tends to work a lot of the time, and it's really frustrating as a base builder when people are able to make that happen. So I do have some extra walls. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with them yet, so that's gonna take me a little bit probably, but that's no big deal. I'm gonna place my spring traps. I'm gonna put a couple spring traps in here. I want to put, a lot of times it's good to put like I like to kind of just trap my bases for like, basically I know that if an opponent did hybrid from this side of the base, like, or ended on that side of the base, it would be really difficult for them. Like they would have to get quite lucky to take the win. So I'm gonna put the tornado trap for now on the back side of my town hall. Pretty standard, but it works, so why change it is my opinion. I'm gonna put a skelly trap here, and then I'll put a few spring traps. The other thing you can do, which is kind of funky, kind of fancy with spring traps, is you can put some spring traps like where you think the path might be from like headhunters to your queen, because spring traps will stop the headhunters in the event of a invincibility from the warden. It will still spring the headhunters, so that's a good thing to know. I'm putting all my small bombs here at the town hall just to kind of try to counteract a blimp. It's really difficult, and you guys have seen that, and you guys know that, so I'm sure there's a couple mistakes on this base, but for the most part, this is where I'm at so far, and I really like it. I'm going to continue to test it and update it, and then I'll show you guys the final version later on. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are about the video down in the comments. Any ideas for me would be great. Some positive or non-positive feedback. Just keep it at least reasonable. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time.